Hey you, so on this video, what year will gold explode? I just want to go over my journey with gold in 2017 and just give my points on what year I think, if we do see any action in the foreseeable future, I think it may happen in. So it'd be great to hear what year you guys or anybody watching this may think gold will explode, whether it be you agreeing with what a certain pundit, whoever pushes these metals, may have said, or if you have something within your own understandings and ins and outs on what year you believe we may see an explosion in gold. Now I'm focusing on gold purely because I know when we do get any type or some type of movement, especially when we're going to be talking metal shooting up, it's going to be this metal right here first. And that was one of the main reasons why I decided, and I'd say it was this year, because I've mentioned before, when I was picking up my silver when spot was very low, I focused mainly on silver. When we was looking at gold, it was more a lot of the exclusive fancy pantsy proof pieces that haven't gone on to do awesomely well, but still, they've done very well in the long run. So, but as I say, I focus on that because I didn't really pick up gold in bulk when spot was very low at the time when I first got into stacking. So if we're looking at things now, I would say I've picked up more gold this year in 2017, but the majority, I'd say the bulk of my gold. I've even gone on, as I've showed in trades, to trade out large amounts of silver sets that I had intended to take along with me past the finishing line, or just see how well they'll do at a later date, and converted those up and put them into gold itself. So definitely I know that when we do see any type of spike, it's going to be this metal first. Silver surely will drag along. I definitely know that as well. I believe and understand that once individuals can't get their hands on this, they'll look at the next thing. Silver and gold are hand in hand. So whether an individual likes it or lumps it or just purely labels silver as an industrial metal, I totally don't believe so. But I've been focusing on really getting my gold levels up. So it's a question, because when we look at the beginning of the year, as I've mentioned, you have Bitcoin down there struggling or just a little under gold, and now we see it where it is now. And I've always said, look, we can see something like that, even though we are in a digital age. So we're in an age where it is technically ripe for Bitcoin. We're not exchanging metals for goods and the likes of, and it's not an easier, faster means of paying for goods in general, whether it's worldwide or close. But I still think it's nothing, because it's a balloon full of empty air, whereas with this it's always going to be something. So I'm displaying a large or a small array of a lot of the gold coins that I've picked up this year, and ones that I'm going to be favouring and ones that I may just be dropping, or so I'll just get into them as I go along. But I personally have always said 2020 for me, for whichever reasons, and outside of metals, and just it was just that year I had pinned down for whatever. Anything can happen within that time frame, whether it be with the new president, old Trumpy, going ham and just kicking and picking, or we just see the whole system collapse. But it always seems, whenever it's looking like this could be the next thing to push it over the cliff or the next trigger, they just seem to stumble by. A lot of people say it's currently, at time of releasing this video, the spot has taken a massive dump on, especially on gold. So I did capitalize on that. But it's how did it come about doing that? Whereas from what I recently checked, platinum, palladium, a lot of the other metals are rising. So it's clearly evident that the silver and gold are being manipulated, but it's just shocking that they can still do it. And I really feel for individuals that have been in this for a very long time, because I don't know how they've kept their wits to them. Yes, a lot of people say it's not an investment, and each individual is going to look at it from their own way. But I know the metals are underpriced. I've got involved on it, and it's been a fantastic vehicle to help with my savings. I can be reckless, but I wasn't overly reckless when I did have my funds before getting into metals. So it didn't technically save me from myself in terms of spending, but when I get into this, it's yes, it's an insurance and it's a hedge, and I do view it as an investment, especially if I'm buying it for a lot cheaper than what I believe it's worth. So for me, I take that on board as much as I take on board the insurance and the hedge against inflation aspects of the metals. So I want to know that when I'm purchasing this at a later date, it could be one of the best investments, and I 100% know within myself that we will see a price correction on both gold and silver. I'm content and happy to go along with this for the long haul. If we can see it in all other markets, we're definitely going to see it with metal. So I'm comfortable there. But I'm one of those individuals that will clearly say it is an investment for me. I am purchasing it on the notion that it is underpriced, and I want to see and be a part of when we do get a correction in price. So that's definitely one of the reasons why I purchase metal. So I want to see a jump in price, and it's frustrating when you see a couple of spikes. I mean, I absolutely pay no attention to any types of small increments up nowadays. It's just, individuals may get excited, gold is rallying, you get a whole load of the emails from the dealers saying, gold is up whatever percent, and then before you know it, you can just be going about your daily business, take a look, and whatever you was looking at a couple of minutes ago or a couple of days ago is now marked down a lot because it's just taken a massive beating. Yes, it's recovering a lot faster, but it's still taking that beating. So, we're just going to have to go along with it. I think, I've heard a lot of people push out there 2017 was the year. We're at the end of 2017 and we are where we are. I've managed to pick up a whole load of pieces and put myself in a stronger position. Then a lot of people have put out 2018 as the year. I mean, if we can get through 2018, another year of 2018, I'm going to be focusing a lot more on whole bullion pieces. With a lot of the collector coins, me losing faith in a lot of them as of recent, that market's getting a lot smaller. So I think what we'll get with the collector coins, whether it be gold or silver, is going to be pieces like we have right now, like pieces like these. So prime example, currently you have these swans and 1 ounce Dragon Phoenix coins. As good as they are, I don't see a lot happening with these. It's going to take a lot longer. When we're talking a lot longer nowadays, the way I see it, and these are just my own opinions, when you're looking at a collector coin and you have to technically say, well, we'll see how it forms over a period of time. Within that period of time, I know bigger and better is going to come along. There's always going to be another good coin out that's going to be taking away a lot of the hype when it's ripe. So for me, I'm not really interested in coins like these for the quick flip. I'll pick them up because I think they're fantastic coins and add them to the stack and know that, hey, presto, we get something in a couple of years, then it is where it is. But I'm not banking on these, for instance, like I would have been banking on the Rwanda coins that I don't have none to show here. And that's a prime example. For the best of my knowledge, I thought we was just going to get the lunar offering from the Rwandan coin and the nautical offering. Them pulling out a wildlife coin was very random, but doing what they've done absolutely ruined the party. But that's what I mean. So next year I'm going to be focusing mainly on just more bullion, more weight. I'm really taking a liking to the 1 ounce sizes. Whenever I need to liquidate, it's always been a minimum of an ounce of gold. So, and for me, as I'm able to, I can get the best for my money because, premiums are lower the larger you go. But moving forward into 2018, that'll be just the game plan there. Silver is definitely on the menu. I've had a lot of opportunities with friends that have liquidated stacks this year that I've taken advantage of and shared with others. So that's always a good option. In terms of what it's been like this year, currently when spot recently took a dip, pound sterling, we got around the £12.10 or 30 mark. I'm not too sure. It was good, but not good enough, But then I will always say, if you're just getting into stacking or you're increasing your stack, 100% take absolute advantage of these low spots in silver and gold. I have many thousands of ounces on silver. I'm very content. If it was to go down tomorrow, I'd be very comfortable in my silver position. I'd want a bit more in the gold. So that's why I'm personally taking this approach. Of course, it'd be fantastic to hear what your approach will be come 2018, whether it's going to be a bit of both. I would always recommend that, not pick one strongly over the other. If you're looking at my stack, I'm very heavy silver, and by no way am I as heavy in gold as I'm in silver. So that's why I'm taking this approach. But that's what I'll be doing for 2018. Of course, we're going to be waiting for when 2018 comes, the talk of May, and then we'll have the end of September, November, October times. But we'll see where it is. I'm very comfortable where I am. Cryptos have taken a bit of a beating also, but they seem to be rallying up. We have all the IRS locking on Coinbase talk now, so it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. When it comes to cryptos, I've always thought they're not going to be able to pin individuals down because technically it's just like the metals. It's going to be hard to chase down individuals for tax purposes. I just think their approach to the cryptos will be sabotaging it in some type of way. I think they're more able to do that, and that's more likely than them physically running individuals down, screaming for tax money and the likes of. But once again, as we get into 2018, that's also going to be very interesting to see. So showing off these coins here, I don't think I'm going to be focusing too much on the fractionals. All the fractionals you're seeing here, with the majority of them, was when I done some trades with dealers, and just to tie up loose ends, I was able to pick up the extra fractional. So I did like this coin. Wouldn't really want it in a 1 ounce. When we're talking a 1 ounce, I'm always going to be looking towards the Q Queen's Beast now. These are what I'm going to be aiming for. Fantastic for me for liquidating, and still carry somewhat of a premium when it's time to liquidate. So also mentioning on these, Royal Mint Bullion recently got a large stock back in, so I don't know whether that's because, you know, they just realized premiums were going up on them and there wasn't that many out there. But if you was interested, you can currently, at time of releasing this, pick these up from the Royal Mint Bullion for a fantastic price. So that's also something to put out there. But with these kind of coins, it will always be topping up the stack when I have some type of trade that happens. Both of these, so that was a 1/10, I believe this is a 1/20th, and I just need to make tie up loose ends and just fill it out with something like these. These are like little stocking fillers, if I can get it to sync up. So, but I won't be actively picking up none of these. A lot of these coins were picked up in 2016. I didn't exactly know what my current game plan was when it was metal, when I was dealing with the metals then, but I know now that I want to focus more on the whole stuff, or when we're talking whole stuff, it's going to be an ounce upwards, than to focus on the fractionals. But they are fantastic. If it's your only option to get into gold, once again, I would definitely recommend doing it. But as I'm able to pick up a bigger, when we're talking a whole ounce, that's what I'm going to be focusing on. But it'll be fantastic to hear you guys' opinions on when you think we're actually going to see an explosion in gold, and will we see it anytime soon. What is your position when it comes to gold? Are you using it as a savings vehicle? You know, it's an insurance for when something goes down. Yep, I take all of those on board also, but I am definitely 100% in this. You know, I'm in it to win it. I'm here for the lottery. So now when we get a price correction or a spot explosion, that's a big reason. I'd say up to 50% of why I've pumped my money into the metals. It's fantastic seeing my money, holding my money, and being my own manager of my own money. And you know, it's really taught me a lot about money and what real money is and what illusions of money are. But I definitely want to see it do things when the time comes, and this is why I've invested on top of it being insurance, a hedge against inflation and the likes of. So it'd be fantastic to hear what you guys' opinions are on your gold position and what it's going to be next year and how you view it. So hate or love it, guys. It'd be fantastic to know what you think of this video. Don't forget to come ahead and follow me on the links that I've left on the description. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already. We'll get a quick glimpse of this one as it was standing out by itself. So it's a 2014 SOF. I do intend to pick a few more of these up this year also. Hopefully in 2018 I can work on filling out a tube. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll catch you guys on the rebound.